Hello, everybody. This is Jason, otherwise known as Jaypalmany, coming to you with another homebrew built from a custom campaign, and then hopefully trying to get a little wider use at some casual play and in some tournaments and whatnot. And so I will just jump right in. Quick update. I'm gonna be doing all the homebrew just to knock those out of the way so people are a bit more familiar with them in case because we'll be using them in the monster truck uh, casual tournament on day 2 of Warzone. So um, just wanted to get these out there a bit more and clear up any rules, clarifications, and things like that. So here we go. Today we've got a Republic squad, the Theta class shuttle. I modeled this guy off the Lambda, so there's some definite similarities. 3 speed, 5 hull, 2 anti-blue anti-squadron, and 1 black battery. He's also got heavy, relay 1, and strategic, all for 11 points. So as you can see, it's a bit of a downgrade from a Lambda with 5 instead of 6 hull. I believe the anti-squadron isn't as good. I think the Lambda has 2 blacks. And most importantly, in my opinion, would be the relay 1 instead of relay 2. Having played with VCXs and Lambdas, I could say that relay 2 is super useful. So the relay 1 from the VCX, you always want at least just one more, so your flotillas can get their full activation. So um, it's yeah, I felt like that was impactful. So I decreased him from the Lambdas 15 all the way down to 11. Um, I felt like 2 or 3 points for the relay, and then probably 1, uh, maybe 2, but points for downgrading the anti-squad from 2 blue to 2 black. Probably 1. So you come to 4 points under the lambda for a total of 11. Uh, the Republic is due for strategic and relay. They need it. They're I guess I think they need it. I think it's extremely useful for objective play. You just a number of objectives require strategic, and so having strategic is huge. And the like as a when I play as rebels or imperials, which is mostly what I play, um, I know I can bring 1 VCX or 1 Lambda, and then both the Separatists and the Republic can't do anything about it. So it's or can't do much. I should like they could kill the VCX, but I'm generally okay with that. It's got 8 hull. All that said, I felt their due, and also the relay super useful for them, just because right now they could use it, so that way they can activate from a bit farther away and kind of keep their ships a little, give them some distance, hopefully get them out of range. Uh, so I feel like it's worthwhile. And next, we're going to move into my favorite one of this batch of 3, which is the Senator Shuttle. So this guy's the same, except he's got 2, or he is the same, except he is only 8 points. So he's 3 points cheaper. He's a unique that is 3 points cheaper, which I don't think we've seen before, having a unique cheaper um, than a generic. So I felt like that was pretty cool. And also, um, this guy, he's cheap, right? Eight points is cheap. However, if he gets destroyed, his text reads, if he's destroyed, you increase his fleet value by 10 points. So all of a sudden, he's worth only 8 to you. He only takes 8 of your squadron uh, allotment. However, if the enemy kills him, it's worth 18 to him. So or her. So that's 18's not cheap. That's fairly that's a good amount. And so it really incentivizes them to go after this shuttle, which is, I thought, awesome. It's a senator shuttle. You see in Clone Wars, I think in Rebels, that senators are often getting taken out as they are going about the galaxy. And the Theta class shuttle was actually in, I think it was in Legends. Actually, I think it was in both. Um, was the quintessential senator shuttle. So I wanted to include that as a homage to the lore. Um, and so thematically I really like it as well because you as a Republic player you really want to protect this guy because he's worth a lot of points. So uh, I felt it was thematic. The enemy wants to take him out. You want to protect him, and of course it's unique because there's only so many senators. Um, and if you want to take the risk, he's still strategic. Yeah, he's only relay 1, but still he's still relay, still strategic. So he does everything that the regular Theta class shuttle does. He's just 3 points cheaper. So if you really need to you can't quite fit in a normal, or no, he's 5 points cheaper. Sorry. You really I'm getting them mixed up. He's 3 points cheaper than the generic. I got the next one's a little more. So yeah, for 3 points, you can take a risk and see and hopefully keep all your squads alive, and save yourself some points on your squad, your 134 squad. So I really like this guy. Um, I find him to be entertaining, and hopefully he sees a decent amount of play. I would imagine so. I would take the risk, right? Axe can keep him alive. Got an escort. You got Delta Kin running around, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm not sure I want to shoot this guy. And then that brings us to the last one, Palpatine Shuttle. Also unique, of course. This guy is kind of a mix between a shuttle and a anti-squadron. So he's got 3 movement, just like a Lambda, 5 hull, just like the other Theta class shuttles. He's got 2 black and a blue for anti-squadron, so he actually packs a bit of a punch. And then 1 black against ships. And then he has no text. He's just heavy, but he's relay 2. Uh, he does have screen, counter 1, and no strategic. All for 13. So with this guy, and again, if you have opinions or comments, and you think, I'll never use this guy or something along those lines, let me know, and then I can adjust from there. But for now, this is what it's going to be. So with Palpatine Shuttle, I did not. So for most of these squadrons, I did not want to add uniques with tokens. Reason being is I was trying to the Republic, but really the Republic already has a lot of squadrons that they want to take, right? That have tokens, and so adding more just means you have the opportunity cost, right? So it makes it far less likely that you'll pick these. So that's one reason why I'm not taking, as a general rule, I'm not taking as many tokens. And then, in addition, this gives you a lot more, because these don't have tokens, they give you a lot more flexibility just as to whether or not they'll be used. And so with that in mind, if they don't have tokens, that also makes them a bit cheaper, which I felt was useful because a lot of the Republic squads are a bit costly, and so the having something that's a little cheaper is helpful because yeah, those Jedi are expensive. Um, and then but because he doesn't have tokens, uh, and he doesn't have text, that's why this guy comes in at 13. Now, this guy, he is interesting because he's more of an anti-squad relay shuttle, which I felt for Palpatine made a bit of sense, just because if he's around in the shuttle, he he does not want to. He's not flying around fulfilling objectives. He's if someone's attacking him, he's shooting them back or he's leaving, one or the other, right? So. With that in mind, the that's why no strategic. That said, with the screen, I, I thought was interesting to add to him, just because it's Palpatine. He's the Chancellor. You gotta everyone else has to protect him. So having him have screen made total sense to me. And then the counter one, he as a squadron or the Theta shuttle actually often has a rear turret, and so I wanted to incorporate that. So, and I also like this in that Palpatine's a bit tricky or a bit yeah, deceit. Uh, yeah, tricky. Tricky is the right word. Because so what he does, he does all of his relay stuff, which is great. He's heavy, so he doesn't lock anyone down. However, he has screen and he has counter. So with screen and counter, you people don't really want to shoot him, right? Because with screen, he's just gonna re-roll all the dice, and then he's gonna roll one back at you. So it's general if most people, or not most people, I should say, um, he's a little tougher to kill than he would appear. So people go, "Oh, okay, no problem. I won't shoot him. I don't shoot him. Half of his abilities don't matter. It's all great, all good, right?" But then he's also got two black and blue versus squads. So he actually hits relatively hard for a no token uh, squadron, right? Because a lot of the Republic has reds, a lot of reds, and some blues. So this guy adds a little bit more certainty. Again, like I said, if you have commentary, let me know, and then we'll go from there. Oh, before I forget though, there is this one can be purchased off of Shapeways. I do have a number of these. They are supposed to be irregular, so it's just one per stand, like the Lambda. I could say that the models are well worth it. They fit in the pegs very easily. They're easy to paint as well, which is great. So it's well, solid buy. You buy one of these, and then you're pretty much set. You can even give one or two away if you really wanted to. Split the cost if you needed to. But that is it for now on this one. Next week, we're actually going to come into some of the more controversial squads. Um, it's good. They have a lot to it, but I had to do some things that were different, very different, and so there's when you're doing something very different, there's a higher possibility of having things be broken uh, um, or too weak. So it should be interesting, and I'm hopeful that it'll turn out well. I like some of the mechanics of it, and so we will discuss then. But till later, best of luck, and yeah, we'll chat. I'll chat with you guys later. Have a good week.